Sonali, walk us through this. Two big changes here for two very important people, Sonali, and a lot of speculation as to why they're being moved around.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time you see a release this expansive with so many names being put out by JPMorgan, you wonder where it falls in the succession story. So I want to point out a couple people in particular. Jenn Piepszak, who had run the consumer and community bank alongside Marianne Lake. She is now being moved to a more institutional business. She's moving over to become a co-CEO of a commercial and investment bank alongside Troy Rohrbaugh, who has really been rising up the ranks quite meaningfully at JPMorgan. Remember, this is a very competitive time, Romaine, for the markets businesses across Wall Street, and investment banking and markets are two power engines at JPMorgan. It also brings Jenn Piepszak back to her roots in some ways in that business, but in a very, very senior role as a co-CEO of that business. Remember, she's one of few women across the industry as well to be leading such a massive investment banking business at that scale. And, you know, what's interesting, too, is you'll have now Marianne Lake as the sole CEO of the consumer and community bank, which is that big card business, and the business more tied to households. These two women are very closely watched in the line of succession, and now just another thing, a new thing really added to Jenn Piepszak's ranks here in her portfolio.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning as well, Marianne Lake, the former CFO of JPMorgan, so she's kind of made the rounds in terms of these top C-suite positions. Walk us through the main people we should be watching here. You mentioned, of course, Jenn Piepszak. You've also mentioned Marianne Lake. There's also Mary Erdos, who we need to kind of keep in mind in terms of the possible successors to Jamie Dimon.
Yeah, certainly so. I would say that lately there's definitely been a lot more conversation about the other two women who have been rising around the ranks. Remember, when you're JPMorgan or any other bank for that matter, giving people a chance to oversee different businesses is very important here, which is why so much of Wall Street, so many investors are watching how Marianne Lake and particularly Jenn Piepszak at this point are being moved around. One big worry about JPMorgan is what JPMorgan looks like without Jamie Dimon, because he's built such a massive bank that tends to lead in so many different businesses. They want to see whoever his successor will be able to keep JPMorgan number one, and if not number one, at least number two in most of the business lines they're in, which is why this breadth of experience matters so much in terms of moving people around as they're planning their succession story.